All right, thank you, Kia. In this economy, look, there will definitely be no second chance to make that first impression. Success coach and image guru Lisa Maile joins us once again with great tips on how to be a stellar standout during that big job interview. Lisa, we talked about some specific stuff in the first hour. We need to get on some other things. What is it that gets somebody remembered? Because you go in for a job interview, there's lots of other people, especially in this economy, that are also vying for that position. So how do you stay in the mind of the person doing the interview?
So true. First, if you prepare and practice, you'll feel confident.
Okay.
So that's a given. Secondly, it helps to understand real communication, because everywhere I coach, people complain, I don't have enough experience for this job. And truly, if experience were the most important thing, you just email in your resume and they pick the resume with the most experience.
Okay, let's talk about real communication. Let's elaborate on that a little bit more.
Okay, real communication is actually only 10% the words you use. So that's what people worry about the most, but it's the least significant. Secondly is how you use those words, your 20 to 25%. Or do you sound upbeat and happy and excited to be there?
Right.
But the most important chunk, 65 to 70%, is your visual resume, what you look like, how you present yourself. And that's why when I'm prepping clients, we always videotape, because it's impossible for interviewers to remember every little word, but they'll remember what they see, what you looked like.
That's a great point. And by the way, I can see that you take your own advice. You present yourself very well.
Oh, thank you.
Now let's take a look at an example. You have some great demonstrations for us of somebody that's going into this interview and they've only got the 10%.
Sounds good.
So why do you want to work here in PR and marketing?
I know you're looking for a dedicated, energetic self-starter, and I'm a hard worker who produces results.
Okay, so a good start, right?
Yes, the 10% is down. However, what she really needs to do is have a detailed story illustrating how she meets the employer's strengths and how hard she works. Then secondly, of course, she can look more professional if she wears a jacket. And thirdly, they're going to remember your body language. So she needs to add a smile, lots of smiles, to show that you're friendly and you're confident, that you fit in there, that you're relaxed. But even more important, if you smile when you're reassuring the interviewer of your strengths, it doesn't come off as conceited. It comes off simply as reassuring. And then lastly, I would recommend that you add gestures, because gestures explain what you're saying. They also create an energetic picture. And then most importantly they calm you down, because movement calms you. And most people would sit like this, just recycling their nervous energy.
Let's take a look.
So why do you want to work here in PR and marketing?
I know you're looking for an energetic, dedicated self-starter, and I am a hard worker who produces results. At my current financial service firm, I set up meetings through networking and cold calls to market us. I love it. I've been instrumental in bringing us new business. Recently, I established a relationship with a local college to educate 200 high-achieving freshmen on money matters, and 50 of those have signed on with us. I would be excited to bring my skills here to work hard to market your company.
Total 180 there.
Yes.
Okay, anything quickly to add to that?
Well, we have a private phone coaching special that benefits Dress for Success, and it will teach everybody about all the skills we've discussed this morning.
Okay, and that's on our website. Head to our website, dailybuzznow.com. You can find it under the For More Info tab. Great tips, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Mitch?